If you had superpowers, do you think you'd end up being a hero or a villain, and why? I'd start out as a hero but wind up as a villain because people are awful and I work customer service. A common person actually. I'd use my teleportation powers to get to any areas I want. I'd probably start as a hero and gradually get followers. And then become a villain. Then I'd try to take over a state first. And then go from there. Villain because people would piss me off. I drive fire engines for a living and the amount of people who try to race me, cut me off and just ignore me with my lights and sirens on are deeply infuriating. I also am an EMT and the amount of people who call for our help for no good reason at all while someone else has been stabbed or shot and they are demanding that we help them versus helping the person in a real emergency is mind-boggling. Humans do not deserve a hero. Myself included. I've done some messed up and stupid stuff. I would be the villain because that's what humanity really needs. Yes. I'd be a hero in some people's eyes, and villain in others. Neither. I'd probably use my powers for something really mundane. For example, if I had super speed, I'd use it to sleep a little longer and get to work very quickly. It would be like the show, The Boys. Everyone ends up an asshole. Homelander ain't got shit on me. Neither. I'd mind my business and use my powers likely just to benefit me but nothing super greedy or harmful. Like if I had Superman's powers, I'd fly to work, lift my couch to vacuum under it, heat food with laser eyes. Really silly stuff. My moral code would force me to be a hero. I would hero the fuck out of this city. Neither. I'd be a disappointment. Hero in the streets, villain in the sheets. Lol. Definitely a hero. Hero because helping people keeps me going. Villain because like everyone who pisses me off would regret it. Villain. In reality, wouldn't PPL be scared that someone has powers? If I have the same mentality I do now, I'd be a hero. But who knows how my mentality would be if I had grown up with powers? Neither. I'd use the powers to earn enough to get by and then would just fart around the rest of my life. Depends on the powers probably. Can I use it to make money? Is it a useless power outside of combat? Is it a travel power? Flight, teleport, speed, jumping, etc. Depends on the powers but likely anti-hero. I know I can have some dickish whims that I don't act on. While I'm not one to mess with the undeserving, the assholes would be fair game. The powers are at least going to be used to pay my bills. Depends on the powers I get, but I'd try to be a hero first, probably would end up a villain. Eventually I feel like a hero. I'd just enjoy seeing people smile. Depends. Villain BC crime is fun. I would probably start by trying to do good things. But as I began to realize the potential of my powers, I would begin to start doing more evil things. I will be using it for financial gain and laziness. I'd be a villain for sure. I'd have the powers to do whatever I want and get away with it. Why wouldn't I? Neither. People suck, so I'd use my superpowers to benefit myself and probably have an attitude of fuck everyone who isn't me. Fuck being both. Fuck being a hero. Humans expect you to do all this shit every fucking day, and when you don't, you get blasted for it. Fuck being a villain, cause humans expect you to just be maniacally evil because of a single misunderstanding. I'd be very hesitant to do anything extreme. The worst thing I'd do would probably be the light shoplifting. I don't care to be a villain, but I don't know if I have the responsibility in me to be a big hero. Character. Hero to vigilante, cause I don't trust the system to genuinely care for the people who'd need it. But I need to gain power in order to help the genuine in need. I would be a hero to some and a villain to others. Hero for sure. I just know my temperament. Try to be a hero but would eventually turn into a villain due to all the ignorance and stupidity we see from life on this planet. I'd star out as Superman but eventually become Homelander. Villain cause I'd do the exact things that villains talk about, like holding people accountable for their actions, or else it'd go Homelands on them. Fix the earth or I laser every single goddamn one of you. I'd probably end up as a regular civilian cause PPL would try and take advantage of my powers. Villain so I don't need to use my powers properly, and if I tried being a hero I would prob end up a villain cause of the same reason. For me, I want to be a villain. If you consider rob a bank and fine dining restaurant to feed the homeless is a villain. If so, then not. I want to be a superhero that helps people. My power. I would like to puff a book which contained nothing. Then I simply stated what I want and the book would shows the thing I want. Example. I wanted to know how many girls chose to abort their baby in a year. And was the book shows me the exact number. Or, I want to know who is the person behind the killing of JFK. I simply state how kill him. And poof. I know who the person is. Or, I state how to gain money properly. Poof. The book will show me how. Superhero name. I want to be called Book of Eli.